So the market is heating up a little bit now with Bitcoin creeping its way to 100K, Ethereum up to $2,700, not really doing too much in the last 7 days, but XRP in the last 7 days up about almost 17%. We are sitting around $2.81. Trading volume is sitting around 7.1 billion. And we are fighting some resistance here. In fact, we're trying to break over a significant level here on the chart. We're trying to flip that midline. We're also trying to flip the support zone that we were holding back here towards the end of January. Once we do flip this, then I do expect us to break over the previous highs around $3 and like roughly 30 some cents. But guys, that's not the big focus today. I actually have a lot to talk about because we are now witnessing some pretty big moves happening from players like the DTCC, Swift, and others. And again, this is a very big thing to focus on because this also involves quadrillions of dollars. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. Let's dive on in and let's start off with a video clip going back towards the end of November. And I want to bring this back up because this is Giancarlo. And you are going to understand why this video clip is very important to bring back up. Check it out.
There's a huge case in front of the federal courts right now brought by the SEC. It's the Ripple XRP case that Ripple violated essentially securities laws by issuing XRP. It's deemed part of that issuance was deemed a security, part of it wasn't. SEC is appealing.
Yes.
There's a Trump SEC coming in. Are they going to drop the case, you think?
So, Charlie, as you know, I wrote a definitive law review article before that case was brought, arguing that XRP was not a security subject to the SEC. It turned out that the judge who ruled in that case sided with the view I'd expressed. Half of it.
Right.
I would recommend that it's time for regulatory agencies to drop a lot of these cases where they've lost at the trial court.
If you were a betting man, would they drop the XRP case?
I think they should. And
will they?
I would bet they would.
That's amazing. There's a huge case.
Now, again, Chris has always been a very big supporter of Ripple and XRP. I do believe that we are getting closer to that day where we see the announcement that the SEC case revolving Ripple and XRP is dropped. But I bring this back up because I also want to move over here to this video clip from the end of January that got posted by Digital Asset Investor. And this is also with Chris. And this is regarding the digital commodity stockpile. The adults are in charge. Check it out.
We may once again base our currencies on a commodity, but this time a digital commodity, one that has program scarcity built into it, such as Bitcoin. Oh, it's not such a far-fetched idea because countries like the BRICS nations are already experimenting with that idea, and China's been talking about it with their own digital commodity. So the notion of a stockpile, and I would ask the question, does it need to be limited to Bitcoin? Maybe it might be limited to other digital commodities like Ethereum, like XRP or others, but we can explore that. But I think the notion of a stockpile makes a lot of sense. In fact, nations like the United States, nations like China stockpile commodities all the time. We stockpile petroleum. China stockpiles soybeans. They stockpile rebar. They stockpile copper. So commodities are stockpiled by nations all the time. And we should be, and President Trump is absolutely right to be thinking about a stockpile of digital commodities. And we're absolutely right to be thinking about.
Now, again, the actual adults here, the big players that have been around these markets for so long, they're saying, you know, the quiet part out loud. Now, I bring this up because we have talked about some of the biggest organizations out there getting ready for crypto. And Chris was just on Tony Edwards' podcast, and he said something very interesting. This was regarding the golden age of crypto, and we have here, my phone is ringing off the hook right now. Check this out.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of the bank CEOs at Davos, on their agenda and talking points was crypto, and they want to participate, but they're saying, we need the clarity.
I must say, I'm senior counsel at Wilkie Farr and Gallagher. My phone is ringing off the hook right now with traditional finance leaders saying we need to meet, we need to talk about developing a viable digital asset strategy. I think within 12 years, maybe less, there's not going to be a new issuance of any type of security that's not on chain. Wow. That's how dramatic this change is. It's a dramatic technological change because it's much more than speculation. This is about a new architecture of finance, right? A digital network architecture of finance. Once you now have it supported by good regulatory policy, by good regulatory frameworks, this is going to take off on steroids. As I say, I would imagine within a decade, every type of security, whether it's a debt security or a municipal security or a government security or an equity security, are going to be issued on chain. That's going to be a dramatic change in liquidity dynamics and collateral dynamics and execution dynamics, in access to one's ownership of things of value. This is an amazing innovation, and I'm so delighted that we have a president that says it's an innovation that we're going to develop here in the United States and we're going to dominate here in the United States.
Now, if we are talking about tokenized securities or, having almost everything on chain and how all of these big players are basically ready for crypto, think about the fact that this just did not happen overnight. It didn't happen just because of the Trump admin. Don't get me wrong. Now that we have a pro-crypto admin in place, now that we have a pro-crypto SEC, Congress, CFTC, etc., yeah, things are starting to move pretty quick. But mind you, these players have been ready. I made a post going back to September of 2023 where I did talk about these organizations that have been embracing blockchain and DLT. The DTCC was number 1 on that list. They settle $2.4 quadrillion worth of securities per year. That's now up to $3 quadrillion. Then you have SWIFT, the BIS, the ISDA, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, all the major banks. Global organizations like the FSB with the IMF, the BIS, and the G20. Just the other day, February 10th, the DTCC put out this post. Digital asset technology is reshaping our industry, bringing both challenges and opportunities in asset lifecycle management. Composer X was built to bridge TradFi and DeFi, delivering the infrastructure to scale digital asset management. Guys, this is a solution launched by the DTCC. It immediately connects legacy systems with blockchain for a unified asset management efficiency. Guys, this is one of the biggest players in the traditional financial system. They settle $3 quadrillion worth of securities. On top of this, SWIFT. Let's go back to the beginning of January, where SWIFT said the emergence of digital assets has the potential to create new, innovative, and effective ways of trading securities. Again, the DTCC is fully focused on securities. They settle $3 quadrillion. Then SWIFT, the powerhouse around finance, is now saying digital assets has the potential to create new, innovative, and effective ways of trading securities. But despite the promise, the tokenization landscape remains fragmented, limiting its scalability and broad adoption. They're trying to tackle all of this and solve this. Because guess what? The secret's out. They want to tokenize. They want to tokenize everything. How can we unlock the full potential of digital assets? Interoperability, key thing, right? That's where Swift can help. Find out how. Now, again, we already know about interoperability. We know about it in a big way. Even, this Composer X, this is solving interoperability in a big way. Here you have open interoperability and future ready, supports flexible tokenization, and integrates effortlessly with legacy systems. The DTCC is already solving this. This is one of the TradFi, giants. The reason why I wanted to bring these older clips up of Chris is because we know how big of a supporter of Ripple and XRP he is. In Tony Edwards' interview, he is telling you that his phone is going crazy. These TradFi players, they want to tokenize. They want to innovate. They want to tap into this technology. And when we think about tokenization, all right, today we get excited and we celebrate when XRP is moving, another dollar. Like, for an example, if XRP was trading at $3.80 right now, everyone would be celebrating. Guys, the market cap for XRP would still be under $250 billion. I'm not going off of fully diluted value. But even if I was, it's still under $500 billion. To a lot of people, that might sound crazy. Like, all right, well, it's, under $500 billion. Like, that's, that's crazy. But when I look at XRP, this thing will be worth trillions of dollars. Why? Well, now you have all of the big players like the DTCC, Swift, and all of them talking about tokenization. And Ripple just put out a post the other day talking about real-world asset tokenization is reshaping finance, making traditional assets more accessible and efficient. Learn how the XRP ledger is built for RWA tokenization. They are literally promoting the XRP ledger as the tokenization powerhouse. If we scroll down, we have the benefits of RWA tokenization: liquidity, transparency, and security, faster settlement, lower cost. That's great. But here we have Ripple is committed to advancing tokenized RWAs on the XRP ledger to maximize these advantages for partners and issuers. Ripple President Monica Long recently outlined tokenization and decentralized finance will evolve beyond crypto-specific applications to become institutional tools with an emphasis on RWA tokenization and practical use cases for global financial institutions. DeFi has primarily catered to crypto holders and traders seeking to maximize yield on digital assets. We are starting to see a shift towards applying DeFi to traditional and real-world financial use cases. Guys, the DTCC is talking about bridging TradFi and DeFi. This is one of the biggest players in the TradFi space. Imagine FX markets. By the way, $7.5 trillion per day. Massive market. With instant cost-efficient settlements, commodities with transparent tradable tokens, bonds with 24/7 trading and automated payments, and ETFs and mutual funds with real-time transactions. Here we have a full breakdown of the role of blockchain in RWA tokenization. Guys, these institutions are going to leverage blockchains because of the enhancements that they provide for efficiencies, settlements of transactions in seconds, the liquidity side of things, the revenue opportunities as well, because it can create additional revenue opportunities. And then after this section, they give us why the XRP ledger is ideal for RWA tokenization. Remember that Ripple also just said that the XRPL is becoming the ledger of choice for institutions to tokenize on. everything that we are now hearing is reinforcing XRP in this space. We are now witnessing some of the biggest moves being made by some of the biggest players in the space. And remember that Ripple is not just some small name in the space. They are literally working with some of the biggest banks, institutions, organizations, governments, central banks. And we know the next step here is tokenization. BlackRock told us this. The DTCC is telling us this. Swift is telling us this. And you think that's all coincidence that Ripple is now promoting RWA tokenization in a big way on the XRP ledger? I mean, even if we go to the home page and we click tokenization, we are met with the XRP ledger. Enable financial use cases at scale with the XRP ledger. I mean, guys, XRP will be worth trillions. There is no doubt in my mind. We are at the beginning stages of the biggest moves to happen in this space. And it all starts with regulations, which is also planned for this year. 2025 is the year where everything changes, in my opinion. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.